We were pretty famous back in high school. Trust us.
Had a whole future ahead of us, but now we suck.
All that potential now is flowing in the aqueducts.
Through the sands of time, many did forget.
But now our time has come to resurrect. But a podcast?
Sad I know, but can you blame us?
We are desperate to be much more than high school famous.
Let's see here. We're all there. Okay.
We're all where?
We're all here. You know, we're where we are. We're in this setting. I'm assuming that's where you are. Is that where you are?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Yeah. But to me, you're there.
To me, you're there. Virtually, though, we are here. Like, not the here, not my here or your here, but the virtual.
We're virtually here, not metaphorically here.
Yeah, there's no metaphor behind it.
I would say so.
Yeah. Would you?
Well, I did. I agree. I got that's it. That's all I got.
You agree?
I agree.
I agree with you. I agree.
If anything, I am very agreeable.
I would agree to that.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, I wouldn't agree to that.
Oh.
You're not agreeable at all. Well, I can't say at all, but you're not very agreeable.
I agree.
So does that make me agreeable? Wait, you're agreeing with me makes you agreeable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So by doing so, by agreeing, okay, I see what you did.
Yeah.
You turned it on its head.
I'm an agreeist.
What does that mean? You're one who professionally agrees?
Yep. I'm a yes man, which goes against most episodes of this show.
He's been dubbed a yes man. So that's what's going on today. Here we are.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to High School Famous, the podcast where we will probably talk about high school, but hopefully we will not. My name is Sean.
Is that it? That's how it's going to be from now on.
You don't
it's just my old shit intro.
You don't like my intros, so yeah. Unless you want to, in the words of Jack Black, always naysaying everything I create, you create something like inward singing.
No.
That's not very agreeable.
I disagree. I disagree to doing that.
Well, should we start off with a downer?
Is it okay? So there's two options of what this downer is.
Sure,
it's either your dad joke or something that was in the news today.
Well, it was something that was in the news today that I didn't discover until I got home. I didn't know about this until I got home, and I'm sure you know what it is by now. That it's the beloved Paul Rubens, aka Pee Wee Herman, passed away today at the age of 70. Which if you think about that number and think about our number, it's not a huge gap. I mean, there's definitely a gap, but
yeah, I mean, we got still got a good 30 years.
Well, maybe, but.
Yeah. We never know.
We do our best to, if we do our best to, take care of ourselves. That's all we could do.
70 is a good run.
There's definitely things you can't control or predict or have any way of preventing,
Right.
I don't know.
Well, he apparently had cancer for a number of years.
Yeah. All I know, I obviously I had no time to get any specific information other than cancer. I don't know what type of cancer or types of cancer that it was, but yeah, that's that big lingering mystery condition that we still know little about.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It's cancer sucks. I don't think there's anybody out there that'll get offended by me saying that.
There's no strong cancer supporters out there.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, there could be
cancer supporters. If there are, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, I can't say that. I can't confidently say that there isn't anybody in the world that would be that way. I mean, find any. Think of any crazy stance to have on anything. You'll find someone that is on that side. Is on the support whatever you can make up. But I think the world. By and large, can majoritively agree that cancer sucks dong, but not in a good way.
Yeah. It sucks because it's like the worst thing that you can get that you really can't. I mean, for the most part, you can't prevent it. If it's going to come, it's going to come. You know, there's certain types of cancer that can be more preventable as far as, you know, things that you do that cause those cancer cells to generate and go crazy. But even so, like I know a guy who got lung cancer. He never fucking smoked or anything like that. So it's not just, you know, there's a guy that takes care of himself pretty well, still ends up getting that.
Well, isn't that supposedly what Andy Kaufman got?
Lung cancer?
Yeah, and that was one thing. Is like, well, he didn't smoke.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I mean, that's just the thing. Is like, yeah, smoking can cause lung cancer, but it's not necessarily the only thing that's going to do it. You're still worse off for doing it. But
not to derail from this, but is your place haunted?
Mm-hmm. No, there was just a door that was opened
on its own.
No,
because all I saw was, you know, it just sort of slowly opened with no visible force pushing it or pulling it.
Oh, see, the way my screens are set up, my door isn't even in.
Yeah, I see
in the shot.
I see your door. At least, you know, the top half of it, roughly. Yeah. So anyone who was a fan of that fellow. Be it for
I thought you were going to have cancer.
No, be it for Pee Wee Herman or any other of his acting chops or, you know, whatever else is on his resume. I think I know of a few movies he was in where he did not, you know, where it wasn't Pee Wee Herman related. But
yeah,
by and large, you know, he's mostly known for playing Pee Wee Herman on television and movies.
Yep,
and then
various other small acting parts, like in the movie Blow, and
that's right, that's what it was. Yep. I was trying to think.
And Mystery Men,
which I don't remember seeing, but he was in that too. Yeah, so you know, what do they say, pour one out for old Paul Rubens, everyone. I mean, I've, of course, like anyone in our age range, I think, enjoyed his show and enjoyed Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure movie. So I will always remember the Alamo because of
and that it doesn't have a basement,
and that it doesn't have a basement, which, you know, that was a big upset for him.
Yeah, I watched that movie within the last year.
Oh, so it's your fault.
I didn't know.
Hey, let's jump in. Let's bring the mood up, shall we? Wait, what?
Are you going to jump into your thing?
I was going to
right away.
I was going to do the dad joke. Unless you want.
Let's do the dad joke. Then there's one thing I want to bring up that I saw before we jump into the meat of today's episode. But yeah, let's lift the moods by telling a dad joke.
I mean,
should have looked up a Pee Wee Herman joke.
Buckle up. What is the best part about living in Switzerland?
I don't know, but the flag is a big plus.
Blah. That was a pen. How did you know that?
It's a joke I actually enjoy because it's stupid.
Well, yes, Matt, we tag teamed that dad joke. It was a 3-way with that one. So you and I had a 3-way with that dad joke.
I got the tail end of, apparently.
You got it's the punchline. I mean,
yeah.
I set it
tail end of the joke.
I set it up for you to knock it down, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go with that.
Yeah, you got the foreplay and I got the finish. You got it all warmed up and I brought it to its climax.
Yeah, so next time we just, you know, swap roles. No?
Nah.
No? Oh, okay.
Nah.
You don't like to do the warm-up work?
I greatly enjoy the warm-up work, but I also like when I start something, I finish it.
If you have to choose between the warm-up work,
the two,
of course you're going to go for the latter, because what's in it for you otherwise?
No. Sometimes the best satisfaction is from just getting it all started, just getting it all. You know, sometimes that's the best part. Sometimes, to be honest, sometimes when I'm getting things started with a joke, I allow the joke to finish right then and there.
Okay.
Sometimes there's several punchlines.
Okay. I mean, sure.
I'm a very generous joke teller.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're good at it.
I mean, ask the jokes.
Wait a minute.
They
hold on.
will tell you a different story.
So wait a minute. Okay. So there's several punchlines to one joke.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if the joke is the partner or the climax. I don't know what the joke is.
The punchline is the climax.
The punchline is the climax.
The joke is the partner.
So the joke is part
This section of the podcast is called Explaining the Joke to Sean.
Yeah, but like, let's have the joke talk. It's time for the joke talk. The joke is, or the punchline is part of the partner, I guess.
I don't know what you're getting at here. The punchline is the climax.
Yes, which is part of the joke. Which, if the joke is the partner, the climax is part of the person.
I guess the joke is just the sex.
which is what I've always thought.
The person receiving the joke,
the person you're telling the joke
is the partner. Yeah.
So you just climb into bed and you just tell joke after joke after joke, hoping that makes them laugh.
I start a bunch of jokes. Is what I do. As I start a series of jokes, and then give all the punchline. Then I start hitting punchline after punchline after punchline.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That's a very unconventional way to tell jokes.
Yeah, well,
like not metaphorically, but to really tell jokes.
Just just set up a bunch of jokes and then throw the punchlines out later. Yeah, it's actually kind of an interesting idea.
I'd give it a shot.
A stand-up routine like that.
Yeah, next time
just like setting up a bunch of stuff and then having it all pay off later, and then all of a sudden, like the thing you said 20 minutes ago finally gets this. I mean, 20 minutes, that's a long set. But if you're doing like 5 minutes, if you're doing a 5-minute set,
yeah,
I can never tell jokes for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
God, that's ridiculous.
Who? I mean, who could do that?
Who can do that?
No one can do that.
I would be exhausted.
Oh, I mean, it's tiring to tell jokes.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely have to change positions several times. I'd have to lay down for some of the jokes.
Yeah, stand up for some.
Yeah, probably like kneel at some point.
Yeah, there's a book about all these different joke positions you can try out if you're curious. If you're adventurous, there's like these very unconventional joke telling positions. It's a whole book about it.
Yeah,
so read up on it. So the Swiss.
What's that called?
So the Swiss flag is a big white rectangle with a big red plus sign on it, and that's what makes that dad joke funny.
Mm-hmm.
Just those that aren't very, cultured.
Yeah. That book, by the way, is called The Comedy Sutra.
The Comedy Sutra. How long have you been hanging on to that? Is that something?
I just thought of it. I was trying that whole time to come up with a good play on the words there. And
well, you tried.
I got something.
No, I like it. I actually do like it.
Okay.
What's the sutra mean? What's that part?
I don't know. You have to go to India.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
you have to go there to find out. You can't just look it up.
Whenever I think of telling jokes, India, first thing that comes to mind.
I mean, that's where the Karma Sutra came from.
It's the mecca of what? What's that?
That's a sex book.
Oh, what do you got?
Speaking of weird,
what's the thing
speaking of weird, like possibly sexually charged things, I randomly saw this post. I like just jumped. If you just go on like Google, sometimes it'll just give you like a list of some like top trending news articles and shit.
Sure, I bet it does that.
Well, it does that on my phone. If I hit the internet, it'll just give me kind of like a
those.
If you scroll down, it'll be a bunch of weird like trending shit.
All those sort of homepages do that. They have
yeah. So one popped up today that I was just like, I gotta click on this. Man who spent $14,000 to transform himself into a collie steps out for first ever walk in public.
A collie?
So this man spent $14,000 making himself a realistic dog outfit that he can walk around and basically, pretend he's a dog.
Okay.
So, all right, a Japanese native has transformed himself into a canine after forking out more than $14,000 for a custom-made collie costume. The private citizen, who goes by Toco online, Toco, so you can Google it, look it up, so you can see this dog outfit, says the unusual garment has helped actualize his dream of becoming an animal. He's already technically an animal. He just wanted to be a different kind of animal. Footage shared on Toco's YouTube channel, where he boasts more than 32,000 subscribers, shows him clad in the costume as he frolics on a lawn, rolls on the floor, and plays fetch.
I mean, this looks like a dog.
It looks like a dog from a distance. As soon as you get close to it, you can tell this is not a real dog.
Okay.
Toco has even uploaded a video of himself venturing out in public as a dog for the very first time. I watched a little bit of video. It's weird because he'll like wave at people.
Oh, weird.
Well. The dog, the head of the costume, it doesn't turn.
Oh,
so
it
looks very stiff and weird.
Yeah.
Does
he like walk around on just two legs, or does he walk around on all four?
No, he walks around like a dog, but it doesn't look natural. I don't know how he is in the costume, like how his back leg, because his, normally if somebody's crawling on all fours, I mean, obviously your legs stick way out.
Yeah.
So he's got his legs must be tied up somehow.
Yeah, the back legs have to be just on his knees. Like he has to be on his knees, right?
I think he's just on his knees, and I think his legs must be like tied up behind him, kind of like against his butt or something.
Who would want to do that?
Toco wanted to do this.
I didn't want to say anything, but I mean, Japan. Of course, it's Japan. Of course, it's Japan. I want someone to like do. I don't know if this would be just what kind of study this would be, but what is the ratio of just bizarre, messed up people in Japan compared to any other country?
Japan is a different place for sure. Like a lot of great shit comes out of Japan, but then a lot of really weird shit comes out of Japan too. And I think that's why I'm so fascinated with it and why I want to go there so bad. Cause I'm just like, it's like this weird mystical land of just chaos.
I mean, you could bump into Toco, a man dressed as a
you
collie.
never know.
He might wave to you. You can get, probably a college degree out of a vending machine.
You can get a lot of weird shit out of a vending machine out there.
That time that Conan went there, you can rent a family. For like up to 3 years or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When he went there, he did like a piece on it where on the show. I think it was either 2 years or 3 years was like the max time you could reserve these human beings to pretend to be your family. And so he rented like.
I wonder at that point, like, would the family is for that family? Is it just like no matter what, it's a business transaction? Or do you think they would ever like grow any sort of attachment to the person who's renting them for that amount of time?
I think if you're in that line of work and you're Japanese, you can probably be cold enough to not
just shut it all
have
off.
any kind of actual emotional attachment to the person who's renting you.
Right.
What a weird thing to say. But yeah, so Conan rented a father and a wife and like 2 children. And
for like a day or so.
Yeah, it was just a little bit while he was there. But, she like, I think he was only allowed to hug the wife, maybe. Might not even be able to do that much.
Yeah, there's gotta be like strict
there's rules. But
it's like, are they with you? Like are they like live in family? Like what is the I'd be curious to actually look into it.
I don't know, but isn't there stuff there too where like you can hire someone to hug you or something like that? Like there's all this kind of weird like purchased human connection type of stuff there, like renting a family or having someone hug you, or maybe you have someone just like lay on top of you. I think you could do all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember seeing something
is probably just prostitution here.
Yeah. Well,
to an extent,
Yeah, but I think the stuff here in Japan is not sexual. Some of it I'm sure is. I'm sure there's plenty of that too, but this stuff that we're talking about, I think it really is just, I want someone that will hug me on a schedule or something like that. That
I think probably for the person that's purchasing it, it might like if you're hiring somebody to lay on you.
Yeah, well, there's probably something you're getting out of it.
There's sexual stuff for the person receiving it, I'm sure.
What was the thing?
But it would be blurred out.
Is it Japan or is it somewhere else where you can hire someone? Like if you're going to stay in a hotel, there's certain hotels, I think, where they will have people that work at the hotel lay in the bed before you lay in the bed to warm it up. I've heard of that.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
That's
weird. I've heard of that too.
I wouldn't want that. I would feel weird getting into a bed that I'm expecting to be cold. It's like sitting on a toilet after somebody else has sat on it, and you're expecting it to be cold, but then it's warm and it's kind of weird. Do you ever get that?
Yeah, it feels gross.
Yeah, but it's not.
I don't want to be.
It's just like,
yeah, but you know,
I mean, toilets are gross no matter what. But it's like, is it like, especially like, obviously, like in your home, it's not as weird because it's like, okay, it's the butt of a familiar person. But when you go to like a public bathroom,
yeah. No, that's what I'm
gonna
thinking
have to sit down in this public place, and this toilet's warm.
I'm like if you're at work, for example.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is London. Okay, so it's human bed warmers at Holiday Inn. International hotel chain Holiday Inn is offering a trial. Now, when did this come out? This was 2010. So, a trial human bed warming service at 3 hotels in Britain this month. If requested, a willing staff member at 2 of the chain's London hotels and 1 in the northern English city of Manchester will dress in an all-in-one fleece sleeper suit before slipping between the sheets. The new Holiday Inn bed warmer service is a bit like having a giant hot water bottle in your bed. Holiday Inn spokeswoman Jane Bednall said in an emailed statement to Reuters. The bed warmer is equipped with a thermometer to measure the bed's required temperature of 20 degrees Celsius, 68 Fahrenheit. Holiday Inn said the warmer would be fully dressed and leave the bed before the guest occupied it. They could not confirm if the warmer would shower first, but said hair would be covered. So I was wrong. It's not Japan, but it's still, yeah, you can hire someone to basically lay in your bed for you to warm it up before you use it.
No, thank you. Like, I already, like, in a hotel, I'm already on the verge of, like, are these sheets clean before I get into a bed that nobody else has been in? Like,
yeah,
you know, well, depending on the hotel you stay in, but it's like,
well, part of going to a hotel room is you're like, you know, you trust that, okay, these are brand new linens and they've been placed on the bed and no one else has touched it after that. Well, this just takes all that away. Yes, you've got maybe a fresh set of linens put on the bed, but someone just hops in right before you do. Yeah. It kind of makes it like it's a used bed now. It's someone else. Yeah.
And it's like, I already, like, if I stay in a hotel, I already, like, once I'm in that hotel room, or like once I've checked into a hotel room, until I leave, I don't want anybody else to come into that room. No. Like, I don't ask for a change of sheets or anything. It's like, I'm staying here 2-3 nights.
Yeah.
I don't need fresh sheets every day. I don't need fresh towels.
No, I leave
all that stuff. Like, if I need towels, I'll go ask for some more towels.
Yeah. I throw on the do not disturb door thing. And I don't want anyone rummaging. I mean, not to-
because it's just like, I want to trust that people at a hotel aren't going to fuck with my shit, but at the same time, you never know. And it's just like, I'm only here for a few days. Like, I clearly can go longer with the same sheets on my bed at home than 2 days. So I don't need a brand new bed. I don't need my bed made for me each night and all that shit. So it's like, no, just, you can come clean it when I'm gone. Leave me alone until then. That's it.
Now, listen, so I'll just finish this quick. So maybe they were trying something here. They were trying to be helpful. Holiday Inn are promoting the service with the help of sleep expert Chris Idzikowski, director of the Edinburgh Sleep Center, who said the idea could help people sleep. There's plenty of scientific evidence to show that sleep starts at the beginning of the night when body temperature starts to drop, he said. A warm bed, approximately 20 to 24 degrees Celsius, is a good way to start this process, whereas a cold bed would inhibit sleep.
I love a cold bed. Like, I love crawling into a cold bed and then just being like, I don't know. I'd rather, I just feel crawling into a warm bed is fine. Crawling into a warm bed that you know is warm because somebody else was in it is weird to me. Yes. That would be off-putting.
Well, I mean, you could possibly get used to the idea if you request this service a lot, but right now you're not expecting to be getting into a bed that someone else has just recently laid in because of that.
Right.
So it's already out of what's normal to you, you know?
Yeah.
Versus like sitting down in a chair that someone else may have sat in recently. That's not abnormal. You're like, oh, someone sat in this chair. That's not weird for someone to sit in this chair before I sat in this chair. But the whole bed
I think the other thing for me too, though, is like I naturally just, my body just always kind of runs warmer.
Okay.
So
yeah,
me getting in a warm bed is probably going to be more uncomfortable because I'll feel hot.
Noted.
So I kind of like having like, I like to sleep in a cold room. Like you
always have a fan on.
I have an AC unit 4 feet away from my head. So like my room gets really cold at night.
Yeah, I run cold, so I don't like to have.
Yeah,
it depends. If it gets warm enough, I will turn a fan on. But I find sleeping without some kind of cold air blowing on me because I will be.
Oh, I love it.
Freezing.
Oh, I still have my big thick blanket on my bed, and I just curl up in it, and it's fantastic. Now, when I get up in the morning and step out from the covers, it's awful. But when I'm in the covers, it's fantastic.
All right.
That's enough about me. I'm getting way too personal here.
Well, yeah.
Talking about my penis.
That's well, you actually do that a lot.
I know. That was the joke.
I think so that was the joke okay, I get it.
The joke is that I was getting too personal, but so let's talk about my penis.
Got it. Oh, I see what you said.
Yeah.
I see what you okay.
It's like in the movie The Room when they're sitting down in the diner and he's like talking about dudes getting like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. It's too personal or whatever. So how's your sex life?
Oh, yeah. You know? Yeah, it's just... there was another joke like that in a movie. What was it? There's some things you don't talk about. It was along those same lines where they're being very, very vulgar about something, and then they ask them, they get asked a question which is way tamer than that, and they're like, whoa, what do you know? Yeah. This is silly because I don't remember what it is. I don't remember what was said, so it's a pointless example to bring up. But
if anybody listening knows,
yeah, go ahead.
Get into those comments.
Yeah. Comment all over us, all over the top. Comment on us top to bottom, and we'll be educated on what I'm trying to remember.
Set up the climax.
So, very good. All right. Well, this is going to be interesting. I shouldn't assume, but what I mean by it is, there's this website I have found which has just a crazy array of just bizarre products that you can buy. Mm-hmm. The problem is, what I'm running into right now is, since yesterday, it seems to have been refreshed, and there's a whole bunch of different products than what I saw yesterday. So there were some key ones that I wanted to talk about, and now I'm not seeing them. But this will be discovery for everyone. But there's a website called thisiswhyimbroke.com. And so I know that we've looked up bizarre, like, failed inventions, and just other bizarre, like, maybe Christmas gift ideas and things like that. This is just, it seems like to be a repository for just any idea people can come up with. And these, for the most part, I clicked on a lot of these links, and most of them it can either be found on Amazon or Etsy as actual things to purchase. I really wish that the things I was seeing yesterday are coming up, but we will just go with the first bizarre thing I've seen since scrolling here, if I find it again.
Continuously updating, and you're losing everything.
Yeah, I know. Oh, golly. Well, I'll just not talk so that any silence can be cut out.
The strangest product of all was the journey they took trying to find the strange products.
All right, so I found a way to get some of them.
Okay.
Because I remembered one specifically, looked it up on Amazon, and I will tell you about it. This is called a cheese printer. Okay.
Oh, right.
Have you heard?
I'm intrigued.
Okay. So, yes, basically what you could do is you can take your favorite digital photo from your phone.
Okay.
And get it printed on a single slice of cheese.
I've never needed something more in my life.
Yeah, and oddly enough, the box shows the cheese slightly melting out the side of a sandwich, and so the faces are warped because the cheese is melting, and they look very like funhouse mirror. So it doesn't even look like a nice image printed onto this piece of cheese.
I can't imagine a single situation in which I would need such an item.
Yeah. Okay, another one we got here. It's called the Bathe and Brew. It's a shower, coffee maker, and soap dispenser. So basically...
Oh, you don't want to get those mixed up.
Well, I know, but so up where your shower head is coming out, or the pipe coming out of the wall that hooks up to your shower head, there... What you put in between the pipe and the shower head is this intermediary item, which is a coffee maker. So water is coming out that pipe.
Yeah.
You both feed the shower head, but before that, some of the water gets fed into this coffee maker.
And everybody knows the cleanest and best water is the water that comes out of your shower.
Yeah, so we've got cut your morning routine in half. Stainless housing stands up to even the harshest dandruff shampoos. Uses standard 120 volt outlet. Brews 1 cup per 12 gallons of water, it says. This does not seem like an effective product. What else we have? We have a bicycle seat belt.
How many gallons of water do you need to shower?
I don't know. I guess I don't know how much water usage there is if you're in the shower for say 10 minutes. I don't even know how much the average shower.
Because if you're showering long enough to be using 12 gallons of water, like honestly, you can just brew some regular, like start some coffee before you go into the shower if you're showering long enough to do that.
Yeah. But so do you have any idea? Like if you're showering for 10 minutes, how much water that it uses on average? We don't need to look it up. It doesn't matter.
It's happening.
Okay.
Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, no, I did not read that specific fact about it beforehand, so that shocked me once it said that much water. I don't think that's a real... It doesn't seem like... It seems like a joke, doesn't it? But again, this site seems to be full of just bizarre, out-of-this-world products.
Okay, so a standard shower head flows at a rate of 2.5 gallons per minute.
Oh, that's a lot.
This means that a 10-minute shower uses 25 gallons of water.
Okay, but let me go back to it and see.
That's crazy.
It says
a full bath can use up to 50 gallons.
Oh, so you're using that much water easily, so you're going to get a cup of at least 1 cup of coffee out of a shower.
So 12 gallons is what? Roughly a 5.
You said 1.5
something minute shower.
Yeah.
It's 2.5 gallons per minute.
Oh yeah. So you're looking at 4 minutes is 10 gallons already. So it's a 5 minute shower, and you've got a cup of coffee. I mean, talk about multitasking.
That's not insane.
So I mean,
but I guess that much water. I guess I never realized that a shower shot out that much water. I'm gonna have to start
bathing,
try and take quicker showers. I mean, I don't pay for water, so I don't really care. But
I do. Well, I mean, yeah, it's just in the utilities that I pay. All right, good. We've got another one. It's called the Carbecue.
I can already imagine.
It's perfect for driving and tailgating. It's the exhaust barbecue grill. Fits most tailpipes.
Possibly worse than I thought.
What do you think? Like you cook on the...
So you're using... Well, I was thinking like you're cooking in the car, which is just like an awful idea. Just all that barbecue smoke building up inside your...
All right, let's go on.
Hotboxing yourself.
All right. Now,
so hold on. This thing hooks to the tailpipe. So you're using the car, like you have to have the car running?
This has to be poisonous, right?
I can't imagine that would be good to be cooking with the exhaust coming out of your car.
I'm trying to read what the top of the side of the box says. It says flavor for miles, but then there's smaller print underneath it, but it's at an angle, so I can't read it. It's not in good focus. Yeah, it says fits most tailpipes. There's even a book, like maybe you can get a highway barbecue cookbook.
I can't imagine how
does this get passed?
Would be good or safe or anything.
How can someone sell this legally?
Like even if you're not getting the carbon dioxide from your frickin' engine into the food, carbon monoxide. Even if you're not getting that into your food, which is already poisonous and bad for you. That's got to at least back some of that shit back up into the engine, which is awful too. That's going to kill your engine.
I hope it doesn't. I hope it just
suffocate your engine and it'll shut it off.
Maybe there's some sort of maybe it's just using the heat from it and it filters out and dispenses of the actual carbon monoxide that comes out, or all the exhaust gas that comes out, and just floats that into the air. Because the picture makes it look like it's sort of, so it's like imagine like a little opened up thing. You got and so the bottom half is hooked up to the tailpipe, and that's where the grill is and the meat and the veggies are cooking on it. And then behind the lid, you see some exhaust coming out. So it makes it look like it's not pushing it up through the food.
But still, you're cooking right next to that, so you're still going to be breathing that shit in.
Yeah, it can't. Well, yeah, it can't be a perfect system. But as long
I can't imagine that distributes the heat very well.
As long as you're doing it outside, you're not.
Well, yeah, don't be in your garage.
No, I mean unless you
with the doors closed.
Yeah, unless you want your family to discover you, and
unless you want it to be your last
with
meal.
a letter. Yeah, with a letter. All right, so we got some other goofy ones.
Jesus Christ.
Comfort with convenience to boot. These are cargo socks. We've got some socks. We've got some socks with some cargo pockets on the sides.
What could you possibly need to put in a cargo pocket on a sock?
I mean, who doesn't always benefit from having some more pockets, right?
Dude, so
flop slots. You got flop slots so you can wear flip-flops with them even. Special engineered toe slot is ready for sandal season.
Dude, people who wear socks and sandals.
I have a coworker.
Unless you're Japanese and you're wearing those little flat wooden shoes with the little planks for height, never wear a sock with a sandal. And we all used to wear cargo pants.
Oh yeah,
back in the day. I'm sure you still own some cargo pants or shorts.
I have 2 pair of cargo shorts in my drawer, but they never see the light of day.
How often, when you had cargo pants or shorts that you wore, how often did you carry cargo?
Well,
how often did you use those pockets?
I would put my wallet in those pockets just so I didn't have to sit on the wallet.
Sit on it.
Yeah, I don't like sitting on my wallet. So if I can,
my wallet goes in my front pocket. I never put my wallet in my back pocket.
Yeah, but at the time, this was before.
I also have a very thin wallet.
Yes, but this was kind of before that trend came to be, where everyone just kind of had the trifold or the bifold wallets that were thicker,
and they were thick as shit because you had everything in them.
Yeah, I know. And so now, yes, I've got a thinner wallet that is in my back pocket right now. I didn't even notice I was sitting on it.
Yeah, I can't tell you the last time I put a wallet in my back pocket. Yeah, that's what mine's about.
Yeah, similar. I think yours looks a little thinner than mine does. But I don't know what's going on here. Oh.
There's nothing I can imagine that you would need to put in a cargo pocket of a sock.
So,
extra shoelaces in case you.
I guess, but
what? What could it be?
Maybe you're you know what? Cargo pants are out of style, but I can wear regular pants and hide the fact that I'm wearing cargo socks, and I can keep some extra stuff in there.
I think they would be a funny gag gift to give somebody.
So I think
that's about it.
Now, I'm not condoning this, but do you think if you're someone, the cops would check that, to carry some sort of paraphernalia?
They would check inside your socks.
Yeah, so
they wouldn't necessarily check your sock cargo pockets.
Maybe, yeah.
He had nothing in
his
socks.
What if they checked inside the sock, but not the pocket? The pocket is obviously
well, here's
there.
the thing. Is how obvious is the pocket? Because I'm not seeing the picture.
It's obvious.
Okay, because I was gonna say maybe they're just not thinking to look for a pocket on a sock. I mean, obviously they wouldn't think to look for that.
They wouldn't, but if you're looking at the sock, you're going to go, oh, these socks have pockets for some reason. That's weird. I will look here also. At least,
and there's clearly something in it.
Yeah, those are my marbles. Yeah. Imagine walking around with marbles in your cargo socks. How noisy that would be walking around.
Imagine walking around with cargo socks first.
No, but we're yes. But we're
in a world where everybody owns cargo socks.
In a world where cargo socks
marbles in them.
Yes. I mean, loose change?
In a world
where cargo socks are chic.
Where cargo socks are the thing.
Are the latest.
Everybody's wearing cargo socks.
Look at this photo of Cardi B.
Check out all this cargo.
Yeah, check out her.
Look at all Cardi B's cargo in her socks.
All right.
Rated R.
This is a movie now?
Yeah, in a world.
Oh, sorry. This film was not yet rated. This just Friday, not a date. Okay,
opens Friday. Yeah.
On the same topic of laundry, man, are you tired of all the your typical laundry scents? You know, fresh, lemon, original scent. This makes all your clothes smell like your clothes. No, Sizzle. If there's Sizzle bacon scented dryer sheets.
That's awful.
Who doesn't love the smell of bacon?
Everybody loves the smell of bacon, but you don't want to smell like bacon.
I don't know. I've used almond scented body wash.
What does an almond smell like? Describe it.
You know, I don't think it smelled really like an almond, but you know, it made the ladies go nuts.
If that was supposed to be a joke about almonds being nuts, and if that's what you're going for, it didn't really land.
Well, I know it didn't land. I can tell by your reaction, but there is really an almond scented body wash.
I don't know what an almond smells like.
Well, I like
it's indescribable.
It is, but how
like nutty? I mean, how can you really describe it?
how many smells can you describe besides it smells? Say, I mean, how many smells can you describe?
I mean, fair point, but
it smells appley.
But if you smell, there's certain things that you smell it and you're like, oh, that's coconut. Oh, that's citrus or orange. Or, there's certain things that you can differentiate.
That's bacon.
Could you?
Oh, we're doing almonds now. Sorry, bacon. I forgot we're on almonds.
Could you smell something and be like, clearly that's almonds?
No, I guess not. Yeah, I liked the smell of it, but I guess I wouldn't necessarily go, yes, this is what an almond smells like.
Yeah, but if it smelled completely different, it was a smell that you also enjoyed, but it said it was almond, you wouldn't fucking know.
No, you're right. Yeah, so
you'd be like, yeah, clearly this is what almonds smell like because the packaging says so.
Essentially, it was just, a body wash. And I liked the way it smelled.
It's apparently
it happened to be called almond scented. So by that, I have to say that's what almonds smell like. And if you were to crush them and sprinkle their dust into some previously unscented body wash, it's going to smell like that.
There's a comedian that was talking about I can't remember what the exact smell of or scent was of the soap or whatever he's talking about. Say coconut. I think it's a Dimitri Martin joke, maybe. But he's talking about having coconut scented hand soap. He's like, which is great unless you're trying to get coconut off your hands. Because then you don't know because basically the joke is essentially saying you have no idea if you've cleaned your hands or not.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
good on you, Dimitri Martin.
It's funnier
when they say it.
When it's told in the joke.
Yeah.
But the concept is good.
The way you told that joke did not satisfy me at all.
No. I'll get you later.
Gotcha. That's what I want.
I'll make sure I got to make sure you climax.
All right. So, so this is an accessory to an accessory, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's called the
to a murder.
It's rated R.
An accessory to a murder.
It's the Vise Organizer. It's
like a cargo visor.
Well, it's okay. So imagine something similar to those sort of CD things you would strap to the visor of your car.
Visor organizer it's that kind of a visor, not like the hat visor.
No, it's a hat visor.
Okay. Oh, well, fuck me.
Joke wise. But no, but yeah, you open it up, the image shows them hold on. Oh well, hold on. I went back to the socks, the cargo socks. I'm always going to go back to the cargo socks.
I mean, if you don't buy some at this point.
Stop searching. Keep everything you need at the tip of your brim. Full 180-degree visual range. Turns your hat into another pocket. So if you can't afford the cargo socks, get yourself the Vise organizer.
Well, no, I mean, fucking get yourself the cargo. I mean, a person who's going to buy that's probably going to buy the cargo socks because clearly they need a lot of pockets.
So this is the little tag here at the top is a double meaning. Use your head use your head and stay organized. It's like, be smart, but you're also actually using your head to stay organized. So he's got cash. He's got some chapstick in here, his license, possibly some other cards behind it.
Yeah, because hats aren't easy to steal off somebody's head and run off in a crowd.
Especially, this is an obvious. It's a little zip up black pouch thing that's just conforms to the shape of the bill of the hat.
So it's like a fanny pack on a hat.
Pretty much, yes. There's his keys are in there. He's got some nail clippers.
Here's the thing. You lose that hat, you're fucked.
Yeah, it's a windy day. Forget about it.
Windy day? Forget about it.
Forget about it. Windy day?
But like, it's like a hat is like, especially, okay, if you're in a big crowd, say you're at fucking Disney, I don't fucking know. You're in a big crowd of people. Somebody sees you wearing something like that's got a big old pocket pouch thing on it. It's so easy to steal a hat in a crowd and just blend into the crowd and disappear.
You know, if someone's walking around with this thing on their head at Disney, I would go, whatever that guy's keeping in that thing is not worth taking.
Yeah, I don't want
any guy weird enough to wear, or a woman. I don't want to exclude women from being stupid, as stupid as this.
For being stupid. I especially don't want to exclude women for being stupid. How dare I? Women, you're dumb too. We're all dumb.
Well, we are our own. We say we're intelligent, but we are measuring against ourselves. Like we're deciding the criteria of what makes something smart, and so by that we are declaring ourselves smart. Whereas we made up we made up what it means to be smart, huh? Oh man, you're a conspiracy theorist. Right,
okay, flat earther.
What else we got? I'm coming around, which is hard for a flat earther to do. Anyway.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Yeah, bacon dryer sheets.
A very straight line.
The noggin net. You know what? It looks like your sort of fishing hat, but the top of it is a big old net. So, you got that big old
to put a fish in?
The big old fish you're reeling in? Oh, where's the net? Oh, it's too far away. It's out of reach. I can't get to it. In order to bring this, you could just...
Oh my God. It's literally it's a fish catching net on the top of a hat. So you just have to dunk your hat in the water to catch a fish?
Yeah, but so the brim part of the hat goes all the way around like your typical sort of fisherman hat, but the top of it is just all net. It's all netting. And so you can just plop it off your head, scoop it into the water to scoop up the fish you're trying to reel in.
And then put it back on your head, and now it's wet and covered in smelly fish.
Well, it's probably a one-time use, but I mean, let's see what we got here.
That's a foolish product to buy if it's a one-time use product. But then the brim's all wet, and it's just that sounds awful.
I don't know what they're. Okay, I'm confused here. I'll explain why I'm confused. Okay, so it's a hat. It's a net. Great.
That's the tagline.
Yeah.
Opens Friday.
Noggin net. Opens Friday. Rated PG-13. Wearable fishing net. Okay. So this on the box, this is a medium, and so they show the type of fish you could catch with
it's not even one size fits all.
With a small hat, a medium hat, or an extra large hat. Why there's no large, I don't know. But it does say at the very top, the little disclaimer: model shown wearing extra large size. So don't think you can buy this medium size hat, which this box is showing, and catch the fish that's in the picture.
Right.
So let's just be buyer beware. Do your research before buying this really.
So small, medium, extra large.
Yes.
So it's basically child, woman, and then typical guy who fishes.
Oh, and also not even. Oh, this is so weird. There's even like resting on top of the brim is like a little handle for the net. So I thought you like grab the brim and use it, but no, there's a handle you use, I guess, for a better grip, because you don't want
to. I can't imagine. How much does this thing cost? Does it show a price?
$8.99. $8.99 can be yours.
Okay.
Today.
I mean,
or whenever they deliver it.
That's pretty fucking cheap, actually. I was expecting it to be more expensive. I'm like
$35.
How much is a fucking net?
I know, but
and I can't imagine this thing is super strong.
Well, it's got to be strong enough to. The extra large size has to be strong enough to pick up a pretty big fish. But this guarantees, as long as you're wearing it, that you in those crucial moments where you can't like set your fishing rod down to reach for the net that's just out of reach because it'll get away
because you only have one hand.
Well, you got to use.
You can't hold the rod with one arm, and grab the net with the other.
How do you lock the reel from?
There's like a button. There's a little button you can hold.
It's a trigger, right? So you could do that one-handed. You reel it to a point, hold the trigger.
I mean, you have to pull the trigger to let the line loose, I believe.
That's right.
It's been a long time since I fished.
Me too. But I think you're right because you just crank it and it. Yeah, you're right. I can't remember the last time I cast a fishing rod.
But yeah, you hold the trigger when you cast. I mean, there's so many different types of rods. Not all of them are obviously going to probably have just a normal, simple trigger. Or all that shit. But still, I can't. And to be honest, depending on where you're fishing, I mean, if you have a good fishing boat, you have there's rod holders that lock your rod in place that you can put your rod in and just, I don't know. I don't know why we're even really debating it.
Just figuring out
it's a stupid invention. I think it's completely worth it. Like anybody who fishes enough that would want to purchase a product like that is going to have a good net.
I guess possibly.
Like if you fish enough to need a net, you're gonna buy a good, decent net. I mean, you can even buy a shit net, and it'll probably still be better than that hat. Moving on.
Let's see.
We talked about that for way too long.
I know, we sure did. Okay. We've got, what the heck is that? A golf cart hot dog holder.
Why?
No need to speed eat your delicious dog when you outfit your golf cart with this hot dog holder. Styled like a small hot dog basket, this ultra practical accessory will allow hungry golfers to transport their plump dog in an easy, hands-free manner.
Your hot dog is going to come like probably in something.
Yeah.
That you could just set on the fucking seat.
But
also, it's an accessory. So this is for people who own golf carts. Because you're not going to bring your accessory with you and then let me attach it to the golf cart I'm renting today.
Why not?
It's stupid. At that point, just get an accessory that attaches to your golf bag.
Well,
at that point, I wouldn't do that. If you need something to hold your fucking hot dog when you're golfing, I don't know where I was going with this.
You're an idiot. No, I wouldn't attach something to a golf bag. You pick that thing up and set it down. Sometimes you swing it around. It can easily.
Not if you have a golf cart, because your golf bag is going to be attached to the golf cart.
Yeah, but if you're driving, the golf cart's attached to the back of the golf cart. You can't. Yeah. You can't enjoy your hot dog while you're driving the golf cart. It's way back there. It's out of reach. It's like the net. It's not a noggin net.
But you can't enjoy it while you're driving either, because you need to be hands-free hot dog. You can't drive and eat a hot dog at the same time. That's the whole point of having that accessory, to put your hot dog somewhere while you're driving.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least this way you can look at it while you're driving.
You know what's interesting also about golfing and golf carts and all that shit?
What's that?
It's like the only way you can drink and drive, and it seems to be okay.
Yeah. Well, because you're not driving on a road. You know what I mean?
But still, you're driving a vehicle, and golf courses aren't necessarily just a safe place to drive. Like, there's plenty of things you can still hit. There's tons of trees. There's tons of other people. There's sand traps. There's water hazards.
You could drive over a bunch of golf balls. You could just run them over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much tragedy there, but...
No, but you get pissed off golfers.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, I've driven many a golf cart sober and still crashed.
what? Like, what'd you crash into?
Just like not paying attention and like fucking driving over something or anything. I've worked at a golf course for like 6 years.
Yeah. What? So, I mean, would you say your ratio of crashing versus successful accident-free driving is low? Yeah.
But I also never drank while I was working, so.
No, but so you're working at the golf course. You're going to be driving a golf cart more often than someone that is just golfing, even if they golf regularly. So I think it's probably the amount of times you crashed is probably reasonable.
Probably.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see.
That's a weird way. That's a weird thing to say at all. I mean, the amount of times you crash is probably reasonable.
Now, I don't have my ears pierced, or I never had, plugs or whatever they're called or anything like that. So I can't.
You've never had any piercings.
Correct. I didn't want to get that much. I didn't want to reveal that much information about myself, but you went ahead and volunteered that information for me. So thank you. But what
you just wanted people to imagine possibly you have piercings elsewhere.
I mean, I wanted them to be curious.
Okay. I mean, they still can.
No, they can't. You just told them.
They can be curious as to what you may have wanted them to think.
I guess, but that's not what I wanted them to be. That's not what I wanted them to be curious about. Anyway.
Well, now you should just go pierce something without letting us know.
But then what's the point of that? Anyway.
Pleasure.
Who gets piercings for pleasure?
A lot of people.
They do? Like, that's a weird. Anyway.
Not necessarily their pleasure, if you know what I mean.
Oh, is this a joke?
No.
Oh. Anyway, so okay, I thought jokes. Anyway,
some piercings can have sexual advantages.
No, I know, but I was calling back to earlier where joke telling is a metaphor. Anyway, rat earrings. Who doesn't want to have a rat go through your ear?
What?
Now it doesn't really. There's a little stem that goes through your ear, but the front half on the front piece is the front half of a rat. And on the back piece is the back half of a rat. So there's a little rat earring you're wearing. Looks like a little rat, like stuck.
Yeah, I guess that means
kind of like Winnie the Pooh stuck in Rabbit's house.
I guess of all the things that have been brought up today, that one's the least weird to me. It's just a piercing. It's just a weird decorative piercing. Some people just really like rats.
Yeah, they do. Some people keep rats as pets. So don't judge. We're a kink-free podcast here. Or kink-friendly.
Kink-free.
We're kink-free. There are no kinks here whatsoever.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's a well-oiled machine.
You might consider this one. It's the Anxiety Relief Wrap Nook. Melt away anxiety with a warm, furry hug from this Anxiety Relief Wrap Nook. The faux fur creates a cozy and calming environment that is perfect for relaxing, unwinding, mediating, and especially reading. It's $315. It basically looks like a giant, just sort of like zip-up pouch that you sit in.
Spending $315 on something like that would give me anxiety.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Oh man,
I've gotten anxiety off of spending $20.
Well, I mean, you could probably get anxiety. Anyone could get anxiety spending any amount of money, depending on what the money is buying.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love some bath spaghetti? Take your next soak from relaxing to sublime by dumping a can of bath spaghetti into the warm, inviting water. This cleverly packaged and styled body wash is actually loaded with skin nurturing ingredients and features a zesty orange and grapefruit scent. So it doesn't even. Why is it spaghetti though? It smells citrusy. It just looks like a bunch of like tangled up spaghetti noodles with sauce that you dump out of a can.
Does it like dissolve? Like what is it?
I imagine.
Like, what's the point of it?
I imagine it dissolves, but because otherwise, what? You can't let it go down the drain. So you're scooping up a bunch of used spaghetti noodles after each bath? 5 stars. Love this bath.
I think like. The concept of it seems fine. I think the marketing is bad. Calling it bath spaghetti is weird. If you just had the product, but it resembled spaghetti, but you called it something else, that seems like that would probably be better.
Yeah.
Like if it just has that kind of weird shape and everything, but it's just like a body wash, that's fine. It's just like, oh, it's just kind of this weird, like stringy body wash. Calling it bath spaghetti makes it immediately off-putting.
Yeah, I mean, because then you're thinking, your initial thought is, oh, there's just a bunch of food in my bathtub, in my bath water.
Yeah. Yeah, like as soon as you said bath spaghetti, I'm like, is this like a bath time meal? Like what's happening here?
No, that's what I was thinking it was at first. But it's just it doesn't,
I mean, of all the things to eat while taking a bath, spaghetti is not my first choice.
No. And it looks gross too. But spaghetti seldom, I guess in the context of thinking about putting something in your bath, no food is going to look good, but spaghetti looks gross. All right, we've got Dwayne the Cock Johnson. This just looks like a little wooden sculpture where it's some of the body of a chicken. I don't see legs or a neck. Introducing Dwayne the Cock Johnson, the rock rooster, with muscles that rival any farm animal and a strut that screams charismatic action hero. This one-of-a-kind poultry superstar will leave you extremely entertained. So it looks like they chopped off the entire neck and head of a chicken, maybe even a little bit further down, and just plunked the head of Dwayne the Rock Johnson onto that. So there's no neck leading up to the head. It's just the body, and like the head is like the extension of the body. It's the same dimensions, like proportions. But the top of Dwayne the Cock Johnson's head is that like whatever that's called, the little red fin thing. But I don't see any wings or legs.
Or arms.
Or arms, I suppose. Yeah, maybe there could be arms on this thing. There's a tail. There's like a chicken's tail. Yeah, it's just a wood like decorative thing you place on a surface in your house, a shelf, a table.
Cool.
Yeah. Dwayne the Cock Johnson.
That seems like a funny idea of a drawing, and it should have been left there.
Yeah, no, but
it should have been left on the drawing board, literally. Just have it be a drawing, make it a meme, put it on the internet, people will think it's funny. Don't produce a 3D version of this thing.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not wood. Yeah, I'm sure it's not wood. I'm sure it's whatever material they use for 3D printers.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to be sitting there whittling this thing.
You never know. People have hobbies.
So
weird.
Do you want to cut your bagel with a bagel guillotine?
Yeah.
The thing is, it's not one where it's like the blade is heavy enough where you're using gravity.
Yeah, you have to push it down.
You still just push it down. So I guess it
does it look like a guillotine?
Sort of.
Because we have a bagel cutter at work that's like that. You put a bagel in it, and then you push this knife down thing through it, and it cuts the bagel in half.
I mean, this looks like there's I guess I'm not going to be good at describing it. It doesn't. I think
that's not how a guillotine is used typically, to slice somebody down the middle. But
no, I know. Yeah,
this is an upright guillotine.
It's how you start making a Dwayne the Cock Johnson figurine.
Oh yeah, you got to go. There you go.
So this
use your bagel guillotine.
This next one might be inspired by Rick and Morty. I know you haven't seen the episode, but I'm sure you've heard of Pickle Rick.
I've heard of that character, yes.
So this is called the Pickle's Cage statuette.
Okay.
No collection or shrine to the one true God would be complete without this Pickle's Cage statuette. This modern masterpiece can be customized with the finish of your choice and comes in a small, medium, or large size. It's a pickle with Nicolas Cage's face on it and hair on the top. What kind of finish we're talking about? I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to say like pick whichever era of Nicolas Cage you want. Like, do you want
no
Con Air Nicolas Cage?
Do you want this in mahogany or pine?
Well, it's called
like, what the fuck
well,
finish?
it's called Pickle's Cage, so it's got to be pickle.
Yeah.
Right. So.
What's the fin? That's what I'm saying. Like, what kind of finish? I don't know. A wood stain?
It did. That's what I'm wondering. Yeah. Hey, you know what? What a better way to keep kids away from a wall outlet than making it look like a Super Mario Brothers pipe and having another little decal around it that looks like one of those blocks you punch and then like a little turtle figure next to it. Yeah, it looks like a mini Super Mario Brothers scene. And the green pipe with a coin bouncing out of the top of it is actually a cover for a wall outlet.
I mean,
what a smart idea.
It's fine. I mean, as long as you're not giving the kid like metal figurines to play with near it.
I mean,
it's fine. I mean, it's better than it looking like a dinner plate.
I know, but guess what's coming out of the pipe? It's a coin. I mean, they might try to bring some coins around it.
Oh yeah, let's put more coins in those slots.
You know, you want to hear something I noticed about Mario and Sonic that may or may not have been intentional?
That sentence sounded weird, but I think it was right.
Okay.
You want to hear something I noticed? All right, that sounded weird to me, but yeah.
You want me to tell you about something I noticed? If you rearrange, so in Mario you collect coins, and in Sonic you collect rings. But if you rearrange the letters in the word coins, you get Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that was on purpose, or there was anything behind that.
No, I've heard that before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
you
just reminded me of it.
I just noticed it one day when I was.
Oh, you noticed it one day?
Yeah.
Oh, so I mean, I'm just that
it dawned on me, I guess.
Yeah, sorry. It sounded like, oh, you noticed that? Like,
yeah.
No, I meant like, oh, you came to that conclusion
I came to that
on your
realization
own,
on my own.
Whereas I had like read it somewhere or saw it somewhere on something.
Yeah,
somebody else had mentioned it.
This is all me, baby. All right.
But rings, you can't rearrange anything there to make Mario.
No, you can't. But Mario might wear rings. That's the only connection you can make there.
I'm sure he wants to give Peach a ring.
He might. But she has a ring that she wants him to wear in the boudoir.
On his Dwayne The Rock, if you know what I mean.
On his punchline. Wait, no, that's not right.
On his Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah. Sometimes it's could be compared to a rock, sometimes not.
Yeah.
You know
that's how The Rock goes to the bathroom, right?
Say that again.
He Dwayne's his Johnson.
Oh, I get it. Dwayne's, like you have a speech impediment.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make fun of those with speech impediments. We're it's 2023.
I wouldn't dream of it.
But you would do it in real life?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. Who doesn't want a housefly backpack?
Me?
It's it basically looks like a giant housefly that you're wearing on your back. And even
I could have seen somebody getting that like in high school.
Yeah. I mean, cleverly, even in a way, the strap is a thin black strap that goes over each shoulder. It kind of looks like legs of the fly. It's sort of incorporated and all that. So I get that. You'll look flyer than ever, toting your gear around in this bizarrely awesome housefly backpack.
Is it bizarrely awesome?
Well, you can at least describe it as bizarre.
Yeah.
The awesome, that's objective or subjective.
Does it inspire awe?
I don't think so. Blah, 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 blah. Backpack shaped like a housefly. Moving right along. I know that there was one thing I remember that I haven't seen yet in scrolling, but it was called a USB kill stick.
Okay.
It was a USB like drive or whatever that you put into a USB port, and then it basically like electrifies your computer or whatever computer you put it in. So I'm not sure if it just destroys the port, like the USB port that you put it in, or it destroys the whole computer you put it in. But it's maybe a way for you to.
Sounds illegal to sell.
It's on here
because people would just buy those and then go fuck up everybody's computers.
I think that's the idea.
That's
the only practical use I can see for this is if you're like wanting to throw away or dispose of an old computer, and just to prevent the possibility that someone grabs it and rips stuff off the hard drive or whatever. It just,
or if you're a corrupt government official who wants to hide a bunch of bad shit he's been doing.
Yeah, or another one that was running for president at some point recently and might have become the first female president, but didn't.
Or if you have,
although that wouldn't destroy emails.
Yeah, or if you have like a bad illegal addiction and you don't want the cops to find your collection. Jared from Subway.
Oh, yes. I thought we were still on political people, like politicians. No. All right.
No, just creeps.
Superhero toilet. So the image, let's see, looks like you can get Batman, you can get Iron Man, Thor, Superman, and a very fitting Hulk toilet. The picture is of the Hulk toilet. Basically, it looks like Hulk is in a like muscular flexing stance and he's kind of like he's kind of squatted at the knees, and right at the crotch area just juts out this toilet bowl, and you are frozen, and now you're not in the session. Anyway, so I'll describe to everyone else who's maybe listening here, but the Hulk toilet, I'm sure all the toilets are this way, but the place where you sit is a giant thing jutting out from the crotch area, protruding from the crotch of the superhero. So get your superhero toilet. Only, let me click on it to find the price. I want you guys to be able to, we got Spider-Man. This is on Reddit. Is this a real thing? Dang, I was hoping to give everyone a price. Doesn't tell me a price. Sorry. Even if I click on check this out, it just brings me to the Reddit thread where it shows a couple of them. Hey, so that was a bunch of wacky products, everyone. Matt's internet dropped. This may be the end of the episode. If it is, I apologize for the abrupt ending, but technical issues do occur from time to time. I'm sure we can all relate. With that being said, this has been High School Famous. See you next Tuesday.
If you have a question, complaint, or threat for Sean or Matt, you can reach us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at hsfamouspod. Or you can email the show at highschoolfamous@gmail.com. No animals were pleasured during the making of this podcast, despite our best efforts. All hail our Lord and Savior.
The beloved Paul Rubens, a.k.a. Pee Wee Herman,